So here we are at Coal Banks Landing, and we are just unloading the trucks, putting all of our gear here. Supposedly it's going to be windy tonight, so I guess we'll see what that means. We'll have to tie the kayaks up. But yeah, just kind of looking like it's going to be a warmish week. And a nice drive to just start it out. We are roughly at around 5:25, and I guess what we have to do is just a quick car shuttle and set up our tents, and we're good to go. So just about 10 after 9, and we are loading the canoes here. We're going to hand bomb them down, or kayaks rather, sorry. Too used to canoe trips, and getting the water in. Camp spots for the most part set down, and getting the extra things into the truck. But I guess we'll be heading off here in the next little while. And a nice beautiful morning, but I think it's going to be a bit of a scorcher for a day, so I guess we'll see. So this is our put-in spot. You can see the Missouri just flowing lazily along here. So this is going to be us in a few minutes, about 20 to 10. And we're just going to head on there. And I think that go around that corner, that's the point of no return. And that's where we're committed. So around 10 o'clock and we are off. And we are just comparing boats, seeing whose is longer, and I guess we're heading off that way. I guess this is a geocache somewhere. We're supposed to answer some question just to prove that we've been here. So they're off looking at the layers of the dirt, I think, figuring out what's the oldest or what's the youngest or something. But this is early on in. So we're about an hour in, 8 kilometers, so making pretty good time. And just thought we'd stop here, get out of the boat, and see how things kind of go. This is, I think, the site of the first campground that of course, we're not going to stay here, but it is one of the camps along the way. So you can see, I think somebody's already up there. You can see kind of a tent and a bathroom up there. So yeah, so there you go. It's gonna be a scorcher today, all right. 15 kilometers in, and this is the landscape we're kind of seeing. There are a few houses or cabins along the side here, not a ton, but a lot of them are kind of missing, or only on one side, and just a few places here. But anyways, this is kind of the landscape we're seeing. It's like a scorcher today, and really not much of a breeze. So yeah, I guess we'll see. We're making good time. In theory, about half the distance, if it's the 30K day, which Michelle says it is. I guess we'll see. So there's a nice formation as I'm floating backwards on the Missouri here, and nice cliffs. At the top, you probably just missed it, at the top behind this cliff, well, there's some grave up there that Michelle says has some significance. So there's a story about it in some book he read, but anyways, we are floating that way and just kind of enjoying ourselves. It's 2:47 and the Eagle has landed at Eagle Creek Campground. So we're blessed with some good views here of these white cliffs and this nice black spire or brown spire from old volcanic activity. And then we've got to head our camp stuff up around the corner here to under those trees, which are cottonwood. And there's a bathroom in the distance, but you can kind of see where our setup is, a little fire pit and enough room for a few tents. So it looks like we have some buddies coming down for the feast. Supper is just on its way.
You're not thinking of the bird?
So there's probably like a bunch of them here, and up on the trail here, they're trying to see if they can come down. Come on, dudes. There you go. It's 5 to 7 in the morning, and it's a nice morning. No wind right now. The roosters who are the turkeys who roosted in the trees above us have moved off. I put my stuff away, waiting for the others to wake up and get out of their tents. And I think we're planning on hitting the water by 8 this morning. Kind of a nice enough night. It was a little warmer in the morning for me, or in the late, the first start of the night, but cooled off nice and just a nice clear sky. It's a little after 10 after 8, and we are getting in the water, or at least some of us are getting in the water. I guess let's get this boat going. That's the Grand Wall, or the Wall, kind of a geological formation. Looks really keen. Look at us paddling 4 in a row. Eagle Rock and Tips Rapids. We should have skirted up for this. You can see right on the edge over there where they kind of, a bit of rock action. So just heading up to the hole in the wall. Gonna do a little bit of a hike. And there's a group down there that we already, I guess we'll be meeting them coming down, but there are other folks waiting for them, and then we'll probably see them again on the river. But it's about 11 o'clock, and I guess we'll see how long this takes. We'll do lunch after this. So this is a little more than halfway up, I think. There's our gear down there and the river. So I guess we'll take a drink, keep on heading up. So this is what we have to go up. And you basically tiny little toe holds, and that's it. This is the canyon we gotta climb up out of. It's a little on the rough side, very thin toe holds and finger holds, but everybody's doing a good job. Okay, so my acrophobia is saying this is about as far as I'm going. I may pop down to that little bit there, but that's the hole in the wall. I guess you can head out there. It's a little windier than I would like, and I'm sure they would like, but hey, kind of an interesting view from here. You can see tops of everything and see how this valley cuts through. Kind of a really nice area. Head on down to that little platform, and those folks are just wandering around, but you still get a fantastic view out here. Coming down is usually way tougher on these handhold ones than going up. I think the technique was much better when Leanne did it, and she came facing outwards instead of towards the rock, and made it a lot easier. So anyways, he made it, so we're all down the first one. Now the second one went real easy for me, so we'll see what they do. So it's about 12:15 and it's lunchtime, so we're chowing down. I'm having ham and cheese. Let's see, there's tuna, there was sardines and tuna, and we just finished Hole in the Wall. Those folks down there just pulled up. They're going to do Hole in the Wall, so kind of good timing for us. And then now the wind has picked up, and it's going to be a tailwind for us, so we're kind of looking forward to that. Still windy down here, but we are suiting up. So just before 1 o'clock, and we're off that way. It's about 2 o'clock, and we're just kind of passing through these interesting formations on the side here. I think I look at some of them, they're a little deeper with walls between them that looks like it's castles built into the side of walls that are ruins now, where they've been knocked down and taken over. So it's really kind of an interesting landscape here. So nice part about this day today is we are going with the wind, so it's blowing us. And we are on a current which is generally about 4K an hour. So right now I'm drifting at 6, 7. somewhere between 6 and 7 kilometers an hour. And it's been as high as 8 or 9 kilometers an hour. So we're making really good time and don't even have to go hard. I think we're about an hour away from our destination, so we'll see you then. So this is quite the wall that we're traveling beside. You know, pretty straight, kind of very uniform, and almost looks like a big sound barrier somebody put up on the other side. But anyways, I think the camp spot is just up there somewhere. We see those cottonwoods. Yeah, just go down a little ways. Guess we'll be there soon. So it's a little after 5. Yes, days like this where it's hot. Some people say, what do you do when you get to camp when it's hot? Well, you know, you set your tent up and maybe you go for a swim like we did, just to kind of wash off and cool off. But for the most part, it's like finding a place to stay in the shade, out of the sun, and hopefully out of the wind a little bit. And if you're lucky, then sometimes you can find some snacks to have as well. So this is a harvester that Michelle seems to think from around, maybe predates 1950. Rubber tires, but spoked wheels and a different type of hydraulic. So anyways, we're heading over to that house and we're bushwhacking through this field of really dry, prickly grass that's getting under my crock.
Yeah, mine.
I guess this is a binder. Everybody know what a binders is? But this is the combine, and this would be wooden slats at the back that would run stuff back out. And yeah, so kind of an interesting thing. And evidently the patent has been applied for. There's no response back as to whether they've actually been granted a patent, but so anyways, this is what it is. Oliver Combine. Interesting. They used it at that house there. Here's an old car. Kind of interesting, on our way to the house, which is pretty much right here actually. So there's a couple of different things. Another old car over there. Michelle's in his glory as he's a car buff, and this one here would be a little bit of a fixer-upper, I would think. But hey, nothing's impossible, right? Such a beautiful evening. The sun has gone down and starting to get nice and dark. We just look how the wind has kind of died down a fair amount. Just get a little breeze every once in a while. Of course, we're like 2 miles away from the camp spot, walking on the way back, so we'll see how that works out. But at some point we might need to put our headlamps on. We remembered to bring those, and just kind of giving Michelle and Leanne a little time to catch up. Just a little after 6:30, and kind of very light breeze, a little cool, but not too bad at all. Clear sky for the most part. Looking really nice. I think it's going to be a scorcher again today, but hopefully we'll be off the water before the scorching starts. Another beautiful morning, and it's about 20 to 9. Just a no breeze, or a very light breeze, and a very nice view of this huge rock wall. So we're almost done packing up here, just doing the final tie-ons, and then I guess we're out of here. (8:48) and we're on the water. Right into the sun this morning, so that should be really fun for a while. So I think today is about 20 clicks, and so 3.5 hours of paddling, I'm guessing, and then hey, then we hit the road. I guess there are some rapids here. pretty much bang on at 11, and we are just approaching Judith Landing. So kind of a fun day. Paddle, nice and beautiful day for it. Calm water, a little bit of a breeze at some point, but ran into a bunch of paddlers, canoeists, just being on a guided trip and take it slow and easy. Looked like a good fun trip. Just here at Judith Landing and getting the boats pumped up. It's a little after 11, like I think we got here probably pretty close to 11, 5 after now. So anyways, yeah, it was a good little paddle, finished strong, and I guess we'll be looking at loading up and heading over to grab the other vehicle soon here.